Hello, everybody! It's Monday night. Welcome back to... Yeah, I'm just double checking I haven't left myself on mute. Welcome back to City of Mist! It's Monday night. We have our adventurers here. As always, I am Jay. I will be your MC for this evening, your Master of Ceremonies, and I am joined today by our wonderful investigators. Everybody say hi!
Hello.
As always, I am joined by my wonderful brother Chris, who is playing Clark. We have his lovely wife Vary, who is playing Effie. We have my friend Kelly, who is playing the terrified Mao, and her brother Fraser, who is playing the thoroughly bored and looking for a quiet life Cal. As always, as we will be doing from yesterday until forever, we will be starting this session with the traditional opening monologue. Vary, would you like to take it away?
Morag, can I get a drink? All started because of a fucking bucket of KFC. Goes to this house, right? And I'm like, now why would Jerry want me to go to this house? But I was sitting with a friend, right? And then the police ram raid in, steal like 3 folk out the house saying, oh, you've done a murder, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. So the DCI, McLean or whatever, we'll get on to him, takes some information, they get carted off to the police station. Only they didn't though, they kind of disappeared into thin air. Now, someone told me that a chainsaw was pulled out or like hacksaw, but Clark, being the inevitable wet blanket that he is, decided to dismantle the van like it was fucking Playmobil. Go figure. And they fucked off to his house. Fine. Now, on the way, I was like, KFC boy tried to set me up and take me to that house. I'm like, fuck that. Oh, thanks, Morag. Spicy. And, I called my mate, Buck. Buck's my man. He's all good. He jumps in the house and goes, Aah! I'm like, ah, fuck.
Oh, Daddy!
I'm telling this story. Any more of it and I'll tickle your ribs.
Go again!
Anyway, Jerry's lying on the floor. Head's kind of chopped off and I'm like, oh shit. That could be bad, so took his hard drive, fucked off. I thought, better catch up with Clark to see what's happening with that. Jumped to his house. There's a new lassie. She's all misty. But I don't know her. It's not right. Mal. Need to look into that one. I'm sure I'll find a guy, but not getting any tingly senses yet. When, all of a sudden, this fucking red-hooded ripper lassie bursts in the joint going, oh, you've committed a murder, so I'm sure going to square you up. I'm like, well, fuck up. Do the fuck? Then, oh, what's his name? Sal. He pulls out a fucking bouncy castle out of nowhere like it's M&D's and yeets himself and some other out. And we managed to like get out of the place, but Buck got quite badly hurt and I was like, fuck this for a laugh. Shouted in a taxi. Buck got kind of fucked. And we got some sanctuary for Morag, who, as you know, is yourself. Yes, I will clear my tab at some point, just not tonight. I need a very strong drink after this one.
So that's another sea breeze then, hen?
Aye.
Cool.
I want the curly straw this time.
Bobby! Get the curly straws! And I think that transitions us nicely, smoothly, and most importantly, thank you very diegetically, to where we are now. Our intrepid investigators are here at the Hearthside Bar after hours, with their indomitably terrifying mother hen barman Morag, who has given them sanctuary. You're all in the bar. Morag has just had the story recounted to her by Effie, and puts another drink in front of her, and just sort of stands there cleaning a glass.
Oh yeah, you gave me the red straw.
Alright. Looks like you've had the kind of night where you need it. Gonna do anything for the rest of yous?
I could really do with a sleep.
There's beds up the stair, Mr. Smith. You'll be alright. You can stay here for tonight.
As soon as Cal hears that, he's walking upstairs. Good night.
What's his deal?
Not
He
figured it
shouts-
out yet.
He shouts from the top of the stairs, "I'm sleepy."
And antisocial.
He can pull shit out his pockets like a clown. He owes me a favour, so...
He doesn't exactly. He seems a bit too straight-laced to be a clown.
Via negativa.
Aye, fuck knows. Right then. You can stay here for tonight. But I don't really know how much longer I'll be able to keep you here, because at the end of the day, you have your own problems and you need to face them. You just can't hide in the pub all day.
We could call it Freshers Week.
Hen, it's March. And and no offence, dear, but none of yous are exactly freshers.
I would be offended if I did not agree 100%.
Exactly. Would you really want to go through that hellscape again? Jesus.
I don't really remember it.
They all kind of blend together for me, aye. So
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to remember too much of it. Think that means you did it right?
She speaks.
aye, she does. So dear.
What's your name?
Mal? Ashford. Sorry, I guess I've been just processing the last little while. A lot of things have happened to me today.
Would you like a drink?
Yes, please. A strong one, preferably.
Aye, fantastic.
Go for the curly straw, it gets to the bottom.
Aye, absolutely. And she sort of turns to the back of the bar. Now this is very much a dive bar. Effie is just lucky that they have the grapefruit juice needed to make a sea breeze. And she goes and pulls down a couple of bottles that are like just full of dark brown liquid. She's like, let's see. Aye. Takes that. Takes a coffee mug under the bar. Just clunk. Crack. Right. One of them and right, two of them. And couple of straw. There you go.
She takes it. How much did she pour into the coffee mug?
Morag's like an expert. Just trust her.
Alright.
I'll just like takes it and takes a little. I don't. God, I don't know if I would want to drink whiskey through a straw. Not gonna lie to
I
you.
said it was whiskey.
Here.
So,
She takes it and goes back to her wee seat, and is just like she's sitting like she's got her knees hunched up like this, and she's got her mug. Here.
Does Mal
And
drink
she's
any
got
of
the
it?
curly straw pointing at her face. Good point, actually. I mean, she did just watch her pour it, didn't she?
She did, yes. From 2 unidentified
Just watched her pour
bottles.
it. At this
I've got an
point,
idea.
she's so tired. She's so tired.
Effie
and then she
takes her
asks for the
curly
drink.
straw out her drink, dips it in Mal's, takes a sip to show it's safe, and then puts her straw back.
Effie,
She's new.
stop double dipping.
I'll just kind of like looks at Effie with that kind of wide-eyed, like, how did you know kind of look. And then just sort of nods her thanks and takes a drink.
Mal, you take a sip of this, and I'm not describing this for Effie because Effie knows about the kind of drinks that Morag makes, and their perhaps less than natural qualities. Mal, you take a swig, and despite what having been poured in your mug was very clearly spirits of a strength, because you can smell them. You take a sip, and in a way that you can't really describe, the drink tastes like curling up in a large leather armchair under a blanket next to a roaring fire and listening to the rain hammer on the windows outside.
Some of the tension in her shoulders just starts to relax, and she kind of like sinks back in her seat and keeps drinking.
Careful, Hen. You can only go home so many times.
Never works. I nod to Morag and then sit across from Mal, going, "Oh, what's your story?"
I don't know that I have one, to be honest. All of this magic shit's kind of new to me, as you might have been able to tell. I feel like what I've done for the majority of the day is run around and being confused.
It's overwhelming to start with. I get that.
Yeah. I feel like I would know if I had, like, superpowers or whatever. You know?
Unless you're put in a situation where you need to use your skill, you don't really find out what you're good at until the time calls.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been in that situation. And very, very lucky. But I couldn't protect myself. I didn't have, magic pockets, or I couldn't stop time, or, I couldn't do anything. I'm alive through sheer dumb luck, not because I have some sort of superpower. I mean,
Ignore
surely...
the 2 fog lights. They've been at this for a while. You need to focus on you. Now, you've got people around you to help. And unfortunately, you are stuck in a situation with us. And I know you've just met us. However, there's something about you I can't put my finger on. And I think that's a good thing. Because I know. And I know. But I don't know about you. That's intriguing.
What? If you know, then you have a power too, right?
Hmm.
So, so what? I mean, the only two I've seen are, Cal and Clark. What are you saying that they're not all like that?
Oh God, no. No. They two are like flashy with their power. Like, imagine like being able to stop time and you care about fucking health and safety. The man's got a cone up his arse. There you go. There's a good laugh. And the other guy, like, I've seen him lose a few springs and cogs, so I know there's something not quite right there.
So, what are your powers like? What can you do? If they're not all flashy, then
I
mean,
just
is there
know a
anyone
guy.
who
I
okay,
don't know. The thing with these powers that I have found from talking to various people is they come about because of a certain situation. So, before you done whatever it was you'd done, so when you first started to see all this magic shit, there's always a point beforehand.
all I did was start a new job. I do that all the time. I move from place to place constantly.
Why?
I'm a temp, I go where the agency needs me to go.
What agency are you with?
I don't stay anywhere very long. Morton and partners.
When did you start there?
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Hmm.
Is there any? I mean, has there ever been, someone who can see this stuff but doesn't have a power?
Not really. Like, there are some people that theorize on this shit, but it's normally people without the power, but with tinfoil hats, if you catch my drift.
I'm not gonna lie, I did have a moment where I thought I was probably going crazy. Maybe several moments. To be honest, I may be still probably not sure.
Have another sip.
Okay. Back to drinking your drink.
It tastes just as comforting as the first time.
Effie watches in envy as she doesn't. It has no effect on her.
Although Mal can also feel the alcohol nature of it a little bit as well.
Fair enough. Goddamn, Effie's got magical alcoholism as well as regular alcoholism.
Effie just kind of taps Mal's shoulder and goes to check on Buck.
Buck is kind of sitting in the back corner, now with his chest now bandaged, the grey and cracked skin obscured, and he's very clearly trying to look nonchalant, but is still in a bit of pain. You right,
Effie picks up.
How you doing?
Polyfill.
Yeah. It's no quick drying cement, but you'd use what you can get.
Sorry again, dude.
Look, you called me up, I answered. It was my stupid fault for picking up the phone, Come on, Effie, I wouldn't keep doing favours for you if it wasn't interesting.
That time it wasn't a favour, you just said you were out to party.
True. But I'll let you know. That cunt hits fucking hard. It's been a long time since anybody laid me out like that. So, you know. Be
Why
careful.
the fuck are they after us?
Fucked if I know. I don't even think Morag knows. And if you and Morag
Effie
don't know, then fucking nobody knows.
Effie looks down to the hard drive that she has over in her bag. You got a computer?
Mark does. Mum doesn't let me.
Go and ask Mark for me, please.
Alright, cool. Okay. He gets up making sort of the old man noise. And he's like, alright, okay. Hobbles off. And returns shortly with his twin brother. He goes, hey, Effie, you getting my boy into trouble? Again.
Mark hits the spot.
At least I didn't have to pay his bail this time, you know. He's got a laptop under his arm and goes, here you go, Effie. Just you know, don't check my emails.
I would never.
I was like, there's only so many times a guy can sign up for a pottery class before he's got to start looking for kilns, you know.
Listen, you handle your clay in your own time. I don't even want to look at your own tabs.
Aye, fair enough. Right.
If he sits down, plugs the hard drive in, and sees what will happen.
You plug the hard drive in. This was the hard drive you took from Jerry's flat after you found him dead. Jerry was a messy motherfucker, as very much evidenced by the state of his flat. His file structure, just the same. All of the cases have numbers, but there's no identifiers for them. And there's a lot, but you can check the dates, and they go back quite far. Like, this guy's clearly never cleaned this thing out.
Yeah, what I would like to do is change it from icon to large thumbnails so I can actually see what's in the folders.
Yeah, sure. You can do that. You get like little snippets of the image, like little corner parts of the image. You can see there's so many. Some of them are documents. Some of them are like clearly pictures of people taken through a zoom lens. That's what a lot of them are. Some of them are actually license plates as well. Like Jerry he was a small time investigator, but he'd been doing it for a while. Like he was a bottom feeder who hung on.
Regular Lionel Hutz.
Lionel Hutz without the flash.
No, I've got the flash drive. I order it by date.
Okay. Do you want to look at the oldest or the newest?
Newest.
You open the newest file. It prompts you for a password.
I type in KFC.
Password is accepted. The folder opens and you see digital copies of all of the images that he gave you in the folder, as well as his notes for the case in a plain text document.
Okay. Effie grabs her notebook and gets ready.
Do you open the file?
Uh-huh.
You open the file, and what it seems to be is rather than changing the names of the images, he seems to have written captions for them and dated them in this text file. The first image, which is of the dead man, John Henderson, and the unidentified woman stepping out of the back door of a club together, and it's labeled JH and LC leaving Morningstar. (3:02 a.m.) and it's dated 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You remember that the dead man's name was John Henderson.
Uh-huh.
Just to clear that up. The rest are labeled similarly. JH and LC doing XYZ. Them getting into a car together with Henderson holding a door open and the woman getting like halfway through getting out. Then there are the more intimate photographs clearly taken through a bedroom window at long range. And they start being labeled Amherst Encounter 1, 2, 3, 27, like all the way up.
I've seen this before.
There is another document at the bottom, which is labeled differently. Most of them have the standard alphanumeric keys that come with taking an image off of an SD card from a camera. You know how you get just that big long string of gibberish. Like most of them are named that, and then given the captions in the text file because Jerry was not good with technology. The last file is labeled is actually a sound recording.
Double tap, baby.
So, how can I help you today? Jerry's voice comes from the speaker, sounding almost as nervous as when he spoke to you. So I've been made aware that you might have some photos of me, Mr. Mackenzie. Well, so I'm a private investigator. I have photos of a great many people. You'd have to be specific. What was your name? John. I need to see those photos. This is the thing. See, John, it's I can't discuss information relating to the any current open cases. So I'm very, very sorry. And you hear on the recording, you hear a buzz and a very loud pop. Fuck me! The fucking bulb went off. Sorry, the Lecky system around here is a bit temperamental. And you'll have to excuse me. I'll have to go check the standing lamp. Put that on. You hear the scrape of a chair, and a couple seconds later, you hear a click. That's a bit better. Mr. Mackenzie, I need to see those photographs right now. Are you threatening me? No. I'm just telling you that if you do not show me those photos, there's going to be problems. Okay? Not just for you, for me as well. And I'd hate to pass those along to you. So, do you want to maybe show me the photo? And the recording ends there. It is dated 3 days before your encounter with Jerry in the pub.
Morag, I'm going to bed. I need to sleep.
Actually, before you do, Hen, can I have a word with you?
Look, I'm sorry about Buck. Honestly.
Effie. Can you just come have a word with me? Please.
Coming. I'm coming.
Morag throws the towel over her shoulder. Comes around the bar. Actually takes you into the cellar. Where all the beer kegs are. It's pretty damn cold in here, but she sort of takes, like, there's a quite a high shelf that's got some cushions on it. She takes one of them down, like a leather cushion, takes it down, slaps it on top of a keg, takes another one down, slaps one for herself, sits down. Right then, Effie. You've got something scary coming after you. And you know as well as I do, she does not come out without a good reason. So, who's the deed cunt?
So there's two,
There's two.
apparently.
There's two deed cunts.
Oh, one of them was fucking Jerry.
Jerry Mackenzie.
Aye.
He was still alive.
I know, right? I thought cholesterol would have got him a long time by now, but
Aye, the way you were feeding him, aye. She smiles at you.
Ah, well. It's not my fault he was fanning a boneless banquet.
Well. Seems that his chicken's been cooked.
You're going in the wing there.
So,
John Henderson.
John Henderson. That does actually sound familiar. It's a bit generic.
John Henderson was liaising with an LC.
Couldn't tell you.
How can I?
Do you know anything else
Two
about
people.
this guy?
Hmm?
Do you know anything else about this guy? Was he, was he a sleeper? Was he one of us?
Now, this is the thing. I can't see him. I don't know him.
Is it because he's dead?
I mean, I'd give you that one, but even when someone has passed this mortal coil, I can still know a guy that knew him who could give me the information. Nothing. I'm getting nothing.
See, that's new. That's two people in one day that you haven't known.
I know. I don't like it.
Well, my advice would be, if she is coming after you, thinking you've done a murder, then maybe it's time to find out who it was that got murdered. And if you don't know him, and you don't know her, she that came in with you, maybe best to keep an eye on her, you know? She seems like a sweet enough kid, but keep an eye out.
You know what it's like to be fresh.
That's
She's
been
still got dew on her.
the number of fresh ones that come in here or wake up here or God forbid fucking appear in the middle of my cellar. I've seen enough of them. And she's more scared than most. They're all scared. They're all feared of something because they've just stepped into a whole new world. She's scared of something else.
I'll keep an
I don't know
eye.
what, but that Wayne is terrified. Can't make fucking heads nor tails of the office boy, though.
I can't. Well, Clark.
No, I know him. I know him. Everybody knows him. The other one.
Talk about keeping social distancing for him. I can't. He's a funny one.
Aye, a bit funny. I can't even really.
He's got a thing with carrot sticks. Who the fuck eats carrot sticks?
Carrot sticks. You trying to see in the dark?
He must not be able to sleep that well.
Something like that. Can you tell you about carrot sticks? It's not meat. Well, look, I know people. If you're looking for myths, you know who you've got to talk to. You haven't done it. You haven't done anything to piss off Gladys, have you?
Not as far as I'm aware, but that's never stopped folk in the past.
Aye, that's fair. That's fair.
And you know I don't mean to go out my way to cause trouble.
Aye, I know. It's just... Effie, when that man came to your door, he was offering you that much money. I think you maybe asked something more valuable of him. People like that don't like trading in favours. They don't like owing people.
If he was that reticent about doing a favour, then I reckon he knows something.
Then maybe you need to find the cunt.
Maybe I do.
Aye.
Good night, Morag.
Aye, get yourself some sleep, hen.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
A wee out of character question. John Harrison, the guy that died.
Henderson. Yes.
Enough. Henderson. Unlike me, Mal has got a great memory for people.
Yeah.
I'm curious, right? I've been turning this over in my head. Name was thrown out there briefly in Clark's flat when we were looking at the pictures. At this point, now that things have calmed down, we're no longer running for our lives. Does Mal know that name?
Mal no John Henderson.
Does Mal know John Henderson? She's worked a lot of places. She's met a lot of people.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna get your sheet up. 'Cause I'm just gonna check your tags and stuff.
Moves between a lot of offices, a lot of different industries, and other people move jobs sometimes as well. There is nothing that will get you disliked in a new workplace quicker than reintroducing yourself to somebody that you've already known.
That's very true. You are
Very
not
good memory
wrong.
for a name, especially if he's supposed to be somebody important. I want to pass off the big dogs.
In terms of, going through work and meeting him in offices, tell me, all the work that Mal has done, has it been primarily office work? Has she ever done anything else?
No, not just office work. It's where her main sort of skill lies, but she's done a bit of manual labour, she's done a bit of reception and secretary work, transcriptions, data entry, that's more of offices. Anywhere and everywhere that needs an extra pair of hands sometimes.
Now, here is the bigger question. Did Mal see the photos? That's a question for you and Effie. Did Mal
That's a good question.
see the photos?
She was in the room at the time, kind of freaking out, but she was also in the room there when Effie was looking at the photos. The chances, did Effie leave that laptop sitting up?
Yep.
If Effie left it there when she left the room, I'm sure Mal's eyes have wandered to it eventually.
You go scrolling through the pictures, and the problem is the name, despite your head for names, the name is quite generic. And so it's a little hard to place. But as soon as you see the pictures, because you never actually saw the body, Cal saw the body, and then you were arrested. You never actually saw the body. Now that you see the pictures of the man, whole, hale, and in some cases very hearty, a little bulb clicks in your head. You have met this man. Your mind flashes back 2 years prior to when you were working for a dentist as a receptionist. It was not a permanent. It was never going to be a permanent position. You were just signed out. It was like, look, she's on maternity leave. We need someone to come in here. And you remember this guy. You remember this guy very vividly because he came in and immediately started hitting on you.
Right.
Which with Mal's tendency to be forgettable, I don't think is a regular occurrence.
No, definitely not. I'm not too sure she would know what to do with someone that, like, aggressive, but, you know, forward. Especially as a receptionist.
Yeah, he came in and started very aggressively hitting on you until his number was called and he went in for his appointment. You didn't get much more than a wink on the way out. But you remember this guy and you remember the feeling of sleaze. As he comes in, it's like this is somebody who is... Look, if you're willing to hit on a receptionist in a dentist waiting room...
Yeah, fair enough. She was probably made quite uncomfortable by that, I can imagine. I mean,
Probably.
not that, like, she's used to being, the reason she's so good at her job, or the reason that she's, like, had this temporary position for so long is because she can get used to places very quickly, figure out how things are done, and become basically part of the furniture. And don't get me wrong, it's really nice when people occasionally, like, do actually chat, compliment your outfit, your hair, or, like, ask you how your day's going, but, it's a nicety. It's too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Comfortable. I'm here to work.
When a guy starts walking in and immediately throws innuendos at you, it can
Yeah,
be a little hot. It can be a little much.
Exactly. She just it's one of those things where this isn't permanent. He probably only comes here every 6 months. It's not like we're ever going to see him again, so it's not like really important enough to put in like a formal complaint or any crap like that. But also, telling him where to stick it is also going to get me fired from the entire agency. So she just put a quiet little warning note into for when the next receptionist when she came back off her maternity leave and left it at that.
And now you're being pinned for his murder.
Right. So just as Effie comes out of the door to the cellar, she sees Mal sitting at the laptop, and she's sitting and she goes, "Holy shit, I know him."
And if he walks around to have a look at the laptop, it's like, "Now you know."
Do know him. That's I know you said his name. On. I called him Sleazy McSuit in my head.
You've met him.
It was like 2 years ago. Where he gets his teeth done. Did a stint as dental. Well, I guess did get his teeth done. Oh god. I did a brief stint as a dental receptionist at one point. He was not pleasant. Bad to say. I probably shouldn't say that if he's dead now. Very unpleasant though. But yeah, no, I recognise him. He was. Oh.
I know a guy.
Ding!
I know a guy! Yes! Ah! Aye. I clasped Mal by the shoulders going, I was getting so worried by it, like, for a second there, but I know a guy who can link us to that guy. You're going to see a lawyer.
Gonna see a lawyer. We're
But in
gonna
the
see
meantime-
the lawyers.
Oh, there'll be liars after us.
Woohoo!
In the meantime, how are you feeling?
I'm gonna lie to you, Effie. A little tipsy.
Good. Now seems like a good nightcap time, eh? Let's get you to bed. Come on.
Let's.
The two of you head
Maybe.
upstairs. Wee Bobby behind the bar, still cleaning glasses, just goes. Good night, guys.
Name a character. You name a character Bobby.
I did, yes.
Bobby the
Um,
barman.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Technical
I'm already
fail.
upstairs in bed.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Clark already went to bed, actually.
Yeah.
Because Clark likes to go to
Yeah,
bed on time.
You guys went to bed and we had like a heart to heart and character.
Yeah.
time.
Clark and Cal have been no part of any of this.
It's a temptation to just go, men, women.
Character development.
Character development, woo!
Character
See, that had
development
a-
based on gender lines. That's how it needs to be in the 21st
Ah!
century.
And also Clark,
We stayed up and had a drink and had a good talk. We probably even had a cigar. Like you two
We're here
had to get
catching
your
a
beauty
murderer. And you. Oh my god, we're
sleep. We're here
fucking
getting new
lions.
leads, making connections.
Cal
you
did
had
want
your
to meet
beauty
Mary
sleep.
before he
We
went to
were working on the case.
So this is why I don't do networking.
Amazing. So, the night passes, the remainder of the night, I should say, passes in peace. The Hearthside Bar, as it always is a warmly kept place. No matter where you are in your life, no matter who you've been or who you're going to be, there's always a place here. And if you're truly, truly in need, there's always a place to slow down and take stock of the situation. Even as the morning light breaks over the city, heralding, despite its better judgment, a new day. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but who's the first to wake? Correct. Absolutely Clark.
100% Clark.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's Clark.
It's
Probably
Clark.
Militaristically
closely
on time.
followed by Mal.
Yeah.
Well, I
Clark
mean,
just
Cal gets up early every day for work.
Yeah, Clark sits up at 90 degrees. It's just like, well, time to work. I may also point out one quick thing.
Go on,
It is Tuesday.
my dudes.
It is now Tuesday. At least two of our players have 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Mal technically also has that 9 to 5. So,
I love that. I love going back to my second day of the job where I apparently went MIA for the entire first day. This isn't causing Mal any anxiety.
well, what
At
do you
all.
guys want to do?
I'm still sleeping
I'm
with
back-
face
no.
down in the pillow.
Yeah, Effie is just face down and just snoring.
Mal probably gets up. I mean, I don't know how early Clark gets up, but Mal has probably been in and out of sleep.
That's fair.
Mal probably wakes up having slept in her clothes. Like, looks down at herself, all rumpled. She didn't have a toothbrush. She's like, I cannot go back to work like this. I have to go home first.
So, I was gonna say, Clark is up 5 a.m. sharp every morning. Up, like teeth brushed, showered, goes out for a run in the morning, comes back in.
Of course he does.
Yep.
Does he still
The
does he still do that today? Like there is a shower available to you.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, like, up, brush teeth, shower, do that bit. But yes, instead of going for a run on the basis that there is what was the weapon she was using? It was a large hammer, wasn't it?
It was a machete.
Machete.
It was a
I
machete.
used a
sorry.
large
Machete.
hammer.
It was a
You had a
big,
large
rusty
hammer.
machete.
Big rusty machete. So, on the basis that there's a big rusty machete wielding lunatic trying to kill us, I am instead going to spend my morning writing letters. I'm going to write 3 letters. 1 to my job, 1 to Cal's job, and 1 to Mal's job. And I know Cal and Mal work in the same office, but I'm writing 3 separate letters, 1 for each of us.
What are the contents of these letters?
Excusing us from work for the next 2 weeks due to injuries in the workplace.
I'm a temp.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah. I know none of you could hear Very cackling in the other room, but I could.
Here through the walls.
I felt that. Okay.
Yep.
I've forgotten the powers of health and safety. Who knew that would be your most OP ability? Not time manipulation, but health and goddamn safety.
OP OSHA.
OSHA
When
OP,
Mal
please
wakes
defund.
up at 7, as you know, that's me as a person feels unreasonably early. I don't know why the fuck you would get up at 5. Mal gets up at 7.
Cal probably gets up the
Kind of
exact same
goes,
time.
oh god, I need to, oh fuck, work. I can't believe I forgot about work. I mean, like, she just everything else goes out of her mind and she panics. She's grabbing all her shit and she's all rumpled and she like runs down the stairs. She's like, good morning, I've got to go. I have to go home.
Coffee.
I have to shower. I have to change. I have to
Say,
get to work on time.
She
Can't
walks
be late
face.
again.
She walks face first into the letter that Clark is holding out to her.
She's just kind of, what is this? Grabs it off him, reads, and is like, excuse from.
Hen, sit down. Morag is standing at the bar, wiping it down. Sit down.
She's the letter and all of her stuff under one arm, and she's like,
Take a stool, sit down, breathe.
so,
Coffee.
the rest. Dear God, yes.
Unless you're more of a tea drinker.
No, she
She
drinks
takes the coffee. This is the first time she's never ever not hesitated. She takes the coffee and she just chug.
It is extraordinarily hot.
Chug. More, please.
Okay, now I'm actually impressed. She goes back over to the coffee machine in the corner and starts, refilling the mugs.
Okay, I can relax. You do that?
Yes,
The letter.
it's my job.
Isn't it my job to fill? How? What in?
It fills roughly the same role as a doctor's note would. It is to allow your office to understand that you are excused. The letter will be sent via post. You do not have to send it. I will send it.
And usually it's a tad more effective because whoever you work for is a bit scared that they're going to get sued.
That does help.
As this is being explained, Cal comes down the stairs, brushing his teeth,
And
having
wonderful.
heard the commotion.
You,
Hi.
coffee.
That's good.
Thank you.
And this is for you also. And I hand Cal a letter as well.
Shouldn't I
I've never taken time off work from injury. I don't know if we have injury payment. David's not the best boss.
If you're sending it by post, should we call ahead? Oh, I'm gonna have to call my agency. It's not just the office. It's
What's the address of your agency? Because if your agency staff, then I will need to send it to your agency as opposed to the office. And your agency would then contact the office.
okay. Okay.
As for whatever your sick pay whatever the sick pay policy is regarding your work, I'm afraid I am not able to comment, but I am able to suggest that it may be preferable to take 2 weeks unpaid leave as opposed to being brutally murdered by a machete-wielding maniac.
Mal,
Good call.
stops drinking her second cup of coffee and just stops. I was so scared about being late to work that I actually forgot about that for a minute.
Good.
Cal starts drinking his coffee. He's like, milk and
As
sugar.
Effie
How did you know?
sprinting down the stairs.
Yeah, she sprints down the stairs, takes the coffee off Cal, chugs it, goes, spits some of it out, goes, oh, it's fucking hot! And bolts out
Effie!
the door
It's
dressed.
like, Effie! That's your coffee!
Thank you!
Fucking Egypt.
Where's she going?
She took my coffee.
I'll make you another one.
What do I... all the tension goes out of Mal like she's just been deflated.
Strings cut.
And she's like... She just... sort of goes, what am I gonna do?
We're going to sit down and come up with a plan. Together.
Okay, but it better be something fucking believable or else... No. Maggie's gonna fucking kill me.
Well, no. What do you mean by believable?
Believable injury.
Oh. Don't worry about that. The letter covers that. You're fine.
An injury that means I have to take 2 weeks off of work that I managed to somehow get in a accounting office?
Yes. You forget that there was a
Oh.
large building site on the floor above you.
It was.
Yes. With structural instability in the roof that separated the two areas, which I am also filing a report on. Don't worry. You won't even be able to go into the office for a while because it will be closed.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
That made me to stay
The
on your
best-
good side, Smith.
Well, the important thing as well is that your manager, and I turn to Cal, won't be upset about it because it will not be his company who is considered liable because your company does not own the building. The building will be charged, therefore, by your company for the downtime that people are suffering from. Most people will be asked to work from home, and you will still be excused.
I like you.
Happy to assist.
Okay, Vari just cackled so loud that we heard her even through her own muting.
I was going to say, Vary carries through the two walls between us into my
The
microphone.
fact that Chris's mic just picked up how loud Vari laughed.
That's what we're here for.
Fuck yeah. No, don't you fucking dare apologize. That's amazing.
I just want to remind everybody that in my tags, hidden away, is a bit that says that, Clark believes in workers' rights.
Oh yeah, fuck, I'd forgotten that.
Yeah!
Ah, fuck, I forgot Clark was the union rep.
Yup!
Of course he is. He's probably the chapter president of 8 different unions.
Treasurer, for one. It's good to be
That's a good point.
Actually, I
I've
don't-
probably seen you around before, in that case.
Yes. Quite possibly, but I still didn't recognise you.
I've probably seen you around. I've probably seen you in different offices at different points, and yet, yeah, nothing.
To be fair, he's probably a presence that you're
I've probably never noticed.
usually steered away from, because if anyone is going to accidentally let something slip about the unsafeness of a workplace, it's going to be a fucking temp.
This is
Like-
true.
So chances are, anytime the safety inspectors were around, you were quietly ushered into a back office just to do some filing.
Or I was sent as a gopher. I was given the day off. I was totally go home early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking love agency staff, man. I say that currently as, having done agency work in my life. I fucking love agency stuff.
Yeah. So, Effie has just legged it out the door, and
Should we be concerned about that? You know, machete wielding maniac.
Effie can look after herself. That's part of the problem.
Fair enough.
She's not a woman I would cross.
Not twice.
No.
What
No,
are we
indeed.
gonna do then? What kind of plan? How do we? If he said something about a lawyer, I really don't want to go to jail.
A lawyer.
Magic jail or whatever the fuck.
We don't really have a specific. We don't really have a specific jail and court system. It's a little more vigilante justice, I suppose. Not unlike
Hey,
our machete-wielding friend.
okay. Is there someone in charge of her?
That's a very good question. Morag?
Fuck if I know. I don't even know who or what she is. I just know
That's
I just know she's scary. She chops up murderers, and nobody I know who's ever tussled with her has won.
She said she called herself punishment. She said she was not judgment.
That does suggest that she may report to someone who does the judging.
Huh.
So
And
if we
that
can
might-
prove to them.
It was very, I don't make the rules, I just follow them.
All I know is she's never been in here.
Well, that is a point. That is, Cal, you make a good point that it may just be that we need to find out who her supervisor is and convince them.
Exactly.
You're not my supervisor!
I could say, Clark's like, and the best way to do that is through a judicious letter.
I'm not sure that's true.
Works for me every time.
Well, she
I'm-
thinks we killed John Henderson, right?
Who would you even address the letter to?
That is the bit we would need
Punishment.
to find out.
Concept? I don't
The
know.
Midnight Killer?
I don't exactly think the
What is-
Midnight Ripper's in the fucking phone book, Clark.
They
You've
might
got.
have an LLC.
I'm sorry, I'm just very confused. Is her superpower just having a machete?
No, I mean,
Being really good
I-
at fighting?
I hit her with my hammer and she didn't move a single inch.
She
Like she was
also,
made of stone or something.
she also
Okay.
broke through my attempts to freeze her in time, which means
Oh.
her strengths are not just physical.
Great.
Well, to be fair, you were quite weakened.
Great. So,
Not
She also
weakened
took a
enough
fucking
to
chunk
explain
out of
that.
buck. And the last person
Yes.
who did that was using a pneumatic drill.
right, so she's immune to all of superpowers. I don't know what mine are. We fucked.
Not yet.
I think she seems to think that we killed the guy we found, right? John Henderson or whoever. If we can find evidence that we didn't, you know, we'll be able to. If we find who did,
We
we'll be able
can
to get her off her ass.
Yeah. point, tall, dark, and angry in their direction instead.
Yes. It
Seems like
strikes me.
Good place to start as any.
It strikes me then we have two avenues of investigation. We need to find out who the Midnight Killer's superior is, and we need to find out who killed John Henderson. Now, sorry, I've completely forgotten the barkeep's name.
Morag.
I was doing so
Morag.
well.
Morag.
Fuck.
Morag.
Morag.
Or Bobby.
For some reason, my brain was screaming Margot, and I'm like, it's not Margot.
Yeah,
It's a
I thought it was
Scottish name.
Moira at one point.
Morag's the only one in. The rest of her staff don't live here.
That's fair. So
As we established,
Words.
Buck lives with his mum.
true. Morag, you said something about a lawyer.
I didn't say anything about a lawyer. Effie said something about a
Sorry.
lawyer.
Effie said something about a lawyer. Mal, you said
Yeah,
Effie
where
said
did
something
Effie-
about a lawyer.
Where did it? Yeah, she said last night when I recognised John from one of the pictures. I think I met him a few years ago. And then she said she knew a guy and we need a lawyer, and then we went to bed and
Right.
ran away.
The next thing that I'm going to say, so Jonathan, in the conversation earlier, you talked about people who know mythos, and you mentioned the name of somebody who
I said
Effie may have
Gladys.
pissed off. Gladys. Does Clark know who Gladys is, and is that in any way anything else shaped?
Clark would actually know who Gladys is.
Right, okay.
Because Gladys is, technically speaking, a librarian.
Love it.
If you wanted to be a bit more specific, she is a record keeper.
Excellent.
So, Clark has probably actually had to deal with Gladys quite a lot on a professional basis.
Yeah.
For the filing of records and the inspection of building records.
Excellent. I love that.
So Clark probably knows Gladys and knows that she is a woman who needs to be very, very carefully dealt with.
Excellent. So that would be... But that wouldn't be a thought that would arise from the talk about a lawyer if she's a record keeper.
No,
But it might be a thought if we were going to go down the investigating mythos path.
Yes.
So I've got no idea where the fuck Effie's gone. I know who a person is to talk to if we wanted to find out who the Midnight Ripper's mythos is, and the alternative then, I believe, is that if we wanted to investigate the murder, we would probably need to go and look at the crime scene.
And on that subject, Effie, you are running
Hi.
pell-mell down the street. Your phone rings.
Effie pauses, kind of rubs the back of one of her feet, breathes,
The
clo- answers her phone.
The ringtone is, I fought the law and the law won.
Hello, Cletus's graveyard. You digging we smite them?
Effie. Detective Sergeant McLean's voice comes from the other end of the line. Effie, none of your shite today. I need to speak to you.
I'm running a wee bit late for work.
No, this takes precedence, Effie. Jerry Mackenzie's been murdered. And he lives at the address just down the road from where I dropped you off last night. So, just because we have had dealings in the past, I am asking you this one time, courteously. Please, can you come down the station and have a word with us?
Can you please call my work and let them know that once I am done with you, I shall be in. So it shows that I am not skiving.
Aye. I'll give your office a call.
Okay.
Thank you, Effie.
Sir?
Just a quick question, Effie. Would there be anyone in your office?
Yes, my boss should be in.
No, this is me asking you.
Oh, what? Which office? My actual workplace or my office?
Of course. Your office.
Yes, there is someone in my office.
Is it Ethel?
Yeah, it's Ethel.
Okay, we will come back to that one.
Shit.
We will come back to that. Okay. Phone gets put down.
Effie opens up her handbag and screams into it.
As you do, another of your phones starts buzzing. This time playing Love Machine by Girls Aloud.
Hello?
Hi, dearie. We've had a bit of... There's some nice strapping young men who've turned up to your office.
What? What do they look like?
They look like cops that can't afford better suits.
Oh. They went to Marks and Spencer's, thank fuck.
Well, they're not actually at your office, but there's two of them sitting across the road in a very shitey car that they think looks inconspicuous, but frankly sticks out like a sore fucking thumb.
What's the car?
Hey, you're not gonna believe this.
Go on, go on. I can do with a laugh.
It's a Vauxhall Astra,
Stay them.
but it looks like they've taken the paint off. It looks like it was one of their panda cars and they've just taken the fucking paint off. Tell you, back in my day, these people were way better at this.
Listen, Ethel, lock up the office today. I'm probably not going to be there until a lot later tonight, hopefully.
Oh, I'm just calling you before I climb out the window.
Aye, fair play. Fair play. Are you
Can't be
heading...
romancing police officers at my time of life. They're far too much work.
Are you heading into the archive?
I might be.
Can you let Gladys know that I'm running a wee bit late due to unforeseen circumstances?
All right. I'll give her a chat.
I know what she's like. I don't want to piss her off, but yeah.
Ah, I taught you better than that, girl. You think I don't have a way to sweeten her up a little bit?
I love you, Ethel.
Love you too, darling. Click.
Click. Effie
One day
takes
I'll
a
be able to
breath
hold on to that accent.
and walks over to the panda car.
There's
Chaps the window.
two guys who seem to have very conspicuously pulled out newspapers.
Effie opens the back door going, I'm so glad my ride's arrived. Let's go.
One of the newspapers upside down.
Yeah, one of the newspapers is upside down. I was like, sorry, this is our car. Can I help you?
Yes, officer.
Yeah, because you look straight through you look straight between the seats, and just on the center console, just under where the normal car stereo is, there is a police radio. There's a full police radio kit.
Yep. Mr. McLean wants to see me.
We're not police. We're businessmen. Fucking Tony, shut up.
You're not a
Those probably
businessman,
still
you're
got
clearly
them.
a cop.
I'm not a cop.
They've probably
Tony!
still got their badges, like, on their...
Like, as one of them kind of is
Is there
turned,
something-
as the guy in the passenger seat is kind of turns to look at you, you can see his jacket's falling open. You can see his badge poking out of his pocket.
Listen,
He is clearly he is Tony.
Gibson. Can you just take me to the station, please?
Just kind of look at each other, just like. I mean, I guess.
Come on, Bixpin.
Tony reaches to the radio and goes, "Hi, we have the suspect in the back of the car. We're bringing in down to the station. There's a moment of silence. It's like, fuck do you mean she's in the back of the car?
Effie kicks her heels off just to like try and soothe them after running in them.
Sarge, we mean she got in the back of the car. Bixby, are you fucking telling me that the person of interest you were supposed to be keeping an eye on just opened the back door of your covert surveillance vehicle and got
McLean!
in? Yes, Sarge.
Over surveillance vehicle.
You and I are going to have words when you get back. Sorry, Sarge. Tony!
We have more words with the fucking finance department. Hobart fucking vehicle.
The car peels out.
I do feel like it's
Hardly.
conspicuous though, not because of the vehicle, but because of the people in it. Like, I feel that's always the issue when you're talking about, like, you know, the idea that you can always spot an undercover police officer.
Yeah, it's because none of them wear suits that fit.
Yeah.
And also probably, I mean, you know the wee magnetic siren-y, like, light thing that you, like, stick on top of the car when you decide they probably fucking left it up there.
I love
Forgotten
that
about
idea.
it. The same way that they've probably, like, you know, the same way you get in the car but you're holding coffee, you just put the coffee on top of the car and you unlock and you open the door and you get in the car and forget the coffee's there. Until you fucking drive away and it goes all down the windshield. They've been like getting in the car, stuck it on there, open the car and then fucking forgotten about it.
I mean, my favourite thing still is the fact that he said I'm a businessman. With a business tan.
I couldn't
I
resist.
spend my days in an unmarked
Business-
van.
I couldn't resist. I really couldn't resist.
It was so
Businessman with a
good.
business plan, working as hard as he business can.
They make you money in business land.
Definitely not a
A
cop.
cool guy talking about GameStop. Definitely not a cop.
Absolutely.
I think you're a cop. You're definitely a cop.
I also think you're a
But
cop.
he's not friends with snipers.
Exactly.
Too many references in
Too many references to the
30
one
seconds.
song. Hey, Tom Cardy, if by some miracle you're watching us, please don't sue us. We love your music.
So good.
Very much so.
Please don't sue us. We don't have any money.
This is true.
Don't have any money.
But we do think you're hot shit.
Yeah.
And you can get Louis through this. Right.
I'm gonna find him on Twitter and DM him a link to this
Excellent.
once you put it up on
Do it.
YouTube.
I will make a
Be
highlight.
like, hey, watch this for several hours just for 30 seconds of reference to one of your songs.
Kelly, I will make a highlight.
When I eventually edit the clips and put it all on YouTube.
I will
then
clip
can
this.
send it to-
I will clip this and put it up.
Cool.
It's called Hey Tom
Then we
Cardy
all
Don't
need
Sue
to
Us.
spam Tom Cardy with it until he notices us.
Exactly. But like, yeah, notice us, Tom Cardy.
Like,
saying
hey,
hi.
Tom Cardy, please don't sue us for a
Call him
little
senpai.
actual play show that doesn't have any money. And currently only 3 people watching, which I'm pretty sure is actually, some of which I'm pretty sure are our cast.
Yeah.
Very reasonable. Very reasonable.
Fuck it, we're here. Fuck it, we ball. Yes, so, Effie, you are being driven rapidly towards the police station. Because here's the other rule about being an undercover cop. Don't try and surveil people who are better at this shit than you are.
It's
And that's
fun,
not their fault, to be fair.
Yes, it is.
man.
It
It really
kinda is.
Chris, skill issue.
Yes.
Unless you're also ACAB.
Rolled a 12. No skill issue for me.
It's not your skills that's the problem. Because you're not a businessman. You're a government employee.
That is true. I am a government employee.
You're not a businessman. You're a government employee.
Indeed, I don't live in
You're
business
you're more of a public servant than they are.
I am a businessman.
You are a bit.
There we
You're the
go.
closest thing we've
Cal
got
is
to.
a businessman.
Yeah. Anyway, Effie, you are being driven away towards the police station, and Yeah, we're going to continue looking at that. Although I am going to call our customary tea and crimes break here. Although for this one, I will not be sticking around because I need to go to the bathroom. So, shall we say come back here at past?
Sure.
Fantastic.
Good.
See you all in 10 minutes.
Bye!
Ba 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 ba, businessman. Ba 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 ba, businessman.
Did he leave it? Are we still live?
Don't think too much. We are live, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think too much of it, or we're gonna get copyright strike.
No, no DMCs.
It's very funny that we're still live, but I do want to go get a cup of tea, so I'll be back.
Yeah, go get tea.
I could do a G&T, but
Do you want me to go make you G&T?
I love you.
I love
I'm
you
gonna go to
too.
the bathroom.
Dear
Ba 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 ba, businessman.
I'm gonna mute.
So guys, it's just you, me, and the chat. Don't know if they're... It's always good to know, you know? Like, is there anybody out there? Thank you. I love you. Yeah, I think it's just us. Aye. Businessman. Gonna play that.
Hey, do we actually have anyone watching right now?
Nah, don't think so.
Damn, I was gonna show Theo to chat, but if there's no chat then. Do you wanna see Theo?
Yeah, of course I do.
Alright. I'll get Theo.
Yay!
Businessman.
Hello, cute boy. Hello. Theo. Is he giving you all the cute headbutts?
He's purring so loud right now.
Is that just because
He
he's
loves
getting
to be cuddled.
pets? Oh,
Literally just because he's being held.
that's so freaking cute. Oh, I can actually hear him.
Can you?
Yeah. He sounds like a tiny alarm. It's so freaking cute.
Spoiled. You stay here and entertain. No? You want to stay? Okay, he doesn't want to get off of me.
Understandable.
I don't think I can pour tea like this, buddy.
Well then. Business man.
You know, you've gotten that stone severely stuck in my head.
The pizzas they make are fucked up. Like I've just watched a wee bit of like Connor's clips. I think it's the video where like chat can make a PowerPoint presentation. He needs to present it with no context. Yes. I think this is another one of them. But it's real, like, see some of the pictures. Like, at the minute there's a gas canister on a pizza. Yeah, no, right. Just a bit.
Hi.
Fraser, do you know about Pizza de Bappo?
No.
Right. It's a Brazilian pizzeria that has some really fucked up pizzas. And I don't mean just like Hawaiians and shit.
What do they do?
Like, there was like a filled pumpkin of shrimp on a pizza.
A pumpkin filled with shrimp
On a
on
pizza.
a pizza.
Yeah. There was a tire on a pizza.
Why?
I don't know, Brazil, man.
Why?
What the goddamn fuck are you guys talking about?
I don't even know.
So I was
Is there pumpkin filled with shrimp?
on a pizza. This is a Brazilian pizzeria called Pizza de Bappo.
Oh. Brazil does weird things to pizza in general.
Yeah. Like, there was one with a live cockerel on it. It was just standing in the middle of a pizza.
But what? But like,
Any counts as topping if it's still alive.
why?
Don't know. I don't have the answers. Hang on. He's got like Smarties and Skittles on a pizza as well.
All you have to do is Google Brazilian pizzas. And you get some weird shit.
This is gonna be cursed. Right, I'm doing it for the cause.
Google images, Brazilian pizzas.
Brazilian pizza. And we're going to images.
There's the tire.
Why is there a crate of
Tire
beer?
roast chicken. Why not? Oh my god, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see one that's just got several bottles of spirits on it.
I'm
Holy
looking
shit,
at one
that
that's got a whole
straight up,
fish.
like... What about the one that's got a whole, like, jar or, like metal bowl of hot coals that kebabs are currently being, like, roasted on top of?
That just sounds like
Just
a
in the
fancy
bowl pizza.
calzone.
I
Oh my
see
god, there's one with a
that
whole,
just has-
like, bush's worth of bananas.
I see one that just has like a bunch of like bottles of spirits, like vodka and shit.
So
Yeah.
I've just found one that has half a pineapple. It's not chopped up or anything, it's just like half a pineapple.
Is this still
half a
the
pineapple.
pizzas?
What the fuck
Yes!
did I come back to?
Yes!
We are Google image searching Brazilian pizzas.
Crime.
Like there's
Oh, there's a whole rotisserie chicken.
this one has a donut in the middle.
That weirdly seems like the least fucked up of what I've overheard on my way back in here. The whole fish definitely sounds way
Honestly-
more
Oh
concerning.
my god, that one has a severed head.
I don't even know if you're being hyperbolic, Fraser, if you're saying that just for effect, or if you've actually found a real pizza with a real severed head.
Look on Discord.
What the fuck am I
For
about
fuck's
to say?
sake,
Oh, you
Fraser.
send it to us?
Fraser!
I'm gonna have to fucking get my phone out to check this. So that the stream doesn't shit
It's not
itself.
fucking loading.
Why is like one of the cats from Aristocrats on a pizza?
Oh, fuck
I
off,
am.
Fraser.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, that's half past.
It is!
It is. And we're all back in time.
Yay!
Kelly, are you trying to coax your cat back off your desk? No,
I can't
we
hear
can't
you.
hear you.
Your sound has just gone. Nope.
Please hold, folks. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
Please enjoy this hold music in the meantime.
Businessman.
Man!
He's a businessman with a business plan.
And he spends all of his days in business land.
He's definitely not a cop.
I think
Nope.
you're a cop.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear the other three. Fine.
Yeah, I can hear you guys fine.
Hey, she's back.
Yay!
That was
I'm back.
Yay!
Momentary Discord hiccup.
Oh, I was. Fraser, come closer. Closer. Come closer. Fuck you.
All
That's what I was
that
trying to
for
do earlier.
one bit. I'm proud to know you. But it did.
That was absolutely worth it. I would even
Really, in front of other people.
Any
what was it,
fucking
sir?
way.
any fucking way.
I've been watching a lot of Randy Feltface recently.
Right. That explains the behaviour. Also, Kelly, that is an excellent mug.
Is it full of shrimp?
Thank you. It's not full of shrimp. Shrimp, no.
Why
It
is
I
is
it
appreciate that joke.
Starbucks. It's Starbucks' new
It's a
autumn mug.
callback, you see.
Fair.
Anyway,
I mean, obviously, you know, like boo product placement, but also, why is pumpkin full of shrimp, Fraser? Explain this to me!
no,
What's the
don't
plot?
explain. Let's play the game.
Fine.
I'll never know.
Because also, I think he says shrooms, not shrimp.
No, I said shrimp.
Oh, he
Oh.
said
No, you
shrimp.
said shrimp.
Oh.
Watch
Fuck
the
me, I
VOD,
guess.
you'll find out.
I will watch the VOD just to understand about the shrimp.
God damn it.
Moving on. Everyone else, mute
Anywho,
yourselves.
Clark, Mal, and Cal. You are all three still at the Hearthside bar. Clark has written your get out of jail free cards to keep you off work. What are you gonna do?
I am of the opinion that either we, of the three possible things, I outlined three possible things. I'm trying to remember what they were. We were going to either
Investigate the crime scene.
investigate the crime scene, investigate the Midnight Killer's employer. Don't know what the third one was.
Go
Which
to
one do we want
Paris,
to do?
I think.
It was figure out who the mythos is of the Midnight Ripper.
Yes.
Figure out who killed John. I don't think we should go back to the crime scene. There will be police there.
Yeah.
We were arrested already once. Don't think we should go back to the crime scene. Effie seems to have a lead, but I think if we want to figure out who killed him, we should figure out why someone would want to first. Clearly, he was having an affair. And saw the super secret photos of him in bed with this lady. We should also probably figure out who she is.
There's a bunch of super secret photos of him in bed with the lady, then I take it.
Effie's laptop is probably still sitting there, right?
No, Mark
she
took
take
it
it?
home. This is the morning after.
you-
Laptop's gone.
Yeah.
Hard drive is
Would-
probably with Effie.
Oh.
Would Mal
yeah,
see
Effie,
the initials of the lady's name?
Did you open the text file or did you just look at the pictures?
I was just looking at whatever Effie had open.
Then you probably would have seen the text file, actually.
Okay, cool.
initials are
JH
LC.
and LC.
JH
Yeah,
is
someone whose initials are LC.
So we have to find
Effie
out.
had photos that I think she said, someone else had taken. Very like private investigator style kind of photos.
Yeah, were those? I assume those are the same photos that she had in Clark's apartment.
Yeah, same photos.
So we need to find out who this LC is.
Yeah, and you should probably find out more about John if he was married, maybe.
Can I, Johnny?
Yeah.
Can I try and recall if the man had a ring on his finger?
But what, when he was dead?
Yeah. I mean, he was ripped apart, but if his hand was intact.
I mean, he was cut up. He wasn't necessarily ripped apart.
Yeah. Probably by a machete, I imagine.
What are you, a forensics investigator?
No.
Just to say.
I was gonna say, death by machete sounds quite plausible.
Well, he's not.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of your memory, you didn't really get that much of a good look at him because you immediately took your head out and went, call the cops. But he's not wearing a ring. You know he's not wearing a ring in any of the photos.
Right.
Well, you wouldn't,
Well,
would you?
That's.
If you were seeing your mistress.
I was gonna say, this is not my area of expertise. This is very much more Effie's thing. I don't really know the fellow in question, and I couldn't take a guess at who LC might be.
Do you have Effie's phone number or something?
I do, yes.
Maybe call her, see if she can get back here. Can you write her one of those letters?
We'll see what I can do. I will phone Effie.
Effie, you're in the back of the inconspicuous Astro. When you hear, working 9 to 5.
Barry, you're muted.
You're still muted, Valley.
I mute the call and send a text going, wee bit busy, what's up?
Where are you? Spelt out completely in words.
With proper punctuation.
Yes.
Hey, we text the same.
Is that you in character saying that to Clark?
No, I'm not looking over his shoulder.
Ah. Going on a joyride with some of the establishment.
Do you need rescuing?
Not yet.
Keep me up to date. Hope you're well.
I get actually. Clark, could you please ring the following lawyer for me and tell her that she needs to meet Effie at the police station.
Certainly.
Please reach out to Megan Monroe.
Well, it appears that Effie, and I do not wish anyone to panic, is currently in the back of a police car. She has asked me to contact her lawyer.
Fuck.
So, I will do that, and then we will need to decide what action we three wish to take. First of all, I will go into the other room and I will call the lawyer. This is really shite hold music, by the way.
Fuck off! Fuck off!
Hi, I don't work here if I did.
No! We are gonna get so copyright struck. Fraser, you didn't hear the name mentioned.
No, I didn't. I just want to know for later.
Yeah, well, that's my answer. You didn't hear the name mentioned.
Fair enough.
Fuck you, Fraser.
So you don't fucking know. Yes, Clark, you go into the back room, and you call the number that Effie gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, 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 bing. Hello, Judge Monroe's office.
Did you say John?
Yes, I'm calling for a Ms. Morgan Monroe on behalf
Megan.
of... Megan. Fuck. Words. I'm calling for a Miss Megan Monroe on behalf of a Ms. Effie.
That's Judge Monroe. And
Apologies.
please hold. Do 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 do. The hold music continues for some time.
This hold music is significantly better, by the way. This hold music's a bop.
I feel like I'm being judged for the background music that I so lovingly pick out for these streams.
I can't hear the background music you're actually playing.
Then fuck you!
Get the stream up.
Does this background music bop? Would you say this background music slays?
I was gonna say, to the
Is
chat.
that a vibe?
It
To
may
the
not
chat.
slap, but it does at least lightly tickle.
On a scale of slay, vibe, bop, slightly tickle, where are we on the chart?
Does it slay or do you say nay?
Slay or nay? There we go. That's gonna be the next. That's gonna be the next list video, Jay. Do these it'll be fucking like Pokemon soundtracks. It'll be like
course
slay
it'll be.
or nay. And we'll get
fuck
fucking.
it. You want
judged.
to get background music that slays? I will go and get some buckets, the drummer, and play it in the background. Okay, fuck you.
No, thank you.
Hey, that horseman is a treasure. That horseman who sits in a bath and plays the buckets is a treasure.
He is. He really is, but no, thank you.
Anywho,
Treasure. who played on
Any
stage
judge
with
for
fucking Dragon
me,
Force.
any judge you please, any
Anyway.
judge you please. We need a pardon.
we need acquittal.
I'm sorry. The whole music ends. I'm sorry. Judge Monroe is a little busy at the moment. Who did you said you were calling on behalf of someone named Effie. Did you have a last name?
If Judge Monroe does not wish to speak with Effie, then I don't think Judge Monroe needs a last name. I will say that if you could please inform her that Effie needs to meet at the police station as soon as is feasibly possible. And I also need you to know, with no uncertainty, that if you don't tell Judge Monroe this, and Judge Monroe finds out, then Judge Monroe will be rather unhappy with you. Good night. And I turn off the phone.
Wow.
God.
Yeah. I don't care that it's morning either.
Beauty, good night.
I did.
You better have a good night because you're going to have a shite day.
That's the feeling we're getting, boys and girls!
Fuck me sideways.
Jesus Christ, Chris.
Damn, son!
I'm great on the phone. My 8 months in a call center definitely did not scar me for life.
Fucking Jesus. Right. Do you contact Effie? Do you return to the others? What do you do, Clark?
I guess I must return to the others and say, so, what are we thinking?
Well, I'm considering becoming an alcoholic.
Not a safe move, so I cannot advise it.
That goes against both health and safety.
It does rather.
Okay, well, failing that,
If John Henderson was married, it would be a matter of public record. I'm sure there's some way we can find out without, having
yeah,
to
but
leave the
we're probably going to need a little bit more than his name. I used to work in this dental office on... Okay, how do the street names work in this city? Is it like numbers? Is it like road names?
We were on Oak Street,
Well,
was
we
the
had-
street
we
we
had
nearly got
Oakland.
It
murdered
was
in,
Oakland Place
or
that we
whatever it
got
was.
Yeah.
arrested on. What do you mean? Yes, like every other city on the face of the fucking planet.
Jay, no, because
Nope.
New York.
New York.
That's
That's
what
why
you
I'm
mean.
asking.
That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I
Is
was
it numbers? Is it
I was
names?
very confused for a second there because you said
Bruno.
names and numbers, and I went, "You mean like an address?"
Like, are we talking like?
Names.
Is it
Streets.
like on 34th and 5th, or is it
No,
like?
the streets are named. The streets are named.
Okay.
We are
He's
we
picked
are,
where
we
I
are
want it.
ostensibly in Britain, probably in Scotland, judging by the number of Scottish accents.
I was going to say, you have gone heavy Scottish in this
We have gone heavy Scottish, and that's not just because I didn't want handguns to be a fairly common feature.
Fair point.
Fair point, it's
Because
fair.
I tried running a Monster of the Week game set in Oregon, and the availability of guns made things a little difficult at times. Fraser.
It's kind of hard to
I
have
had several heavy
monster
arms on
when
me
you can
all day.
just shoot it in the face.
Yeah.
You just make sure
I think
everything
by-
is ghosts.
I think by the end of the game, I had a handgun, a shotgun, a silenced assault rifle. However,
No, I didn't give you the silenced assault rifle. You weren't allowed to have that. We weren't allowed to have that.
No, I did because some guys came after me with silenced assault rifles, and that was your mistake.
yeah,
Because
fuck
I
yeah,
ended up
it's awful.
taking it off their bodies. And a
He
sniper rifle.
looted the corpse!
I did.
God.
They're so proud of you.
So I used to work on this in this dental office near that one park. It was on.
Do you want me to come
Anyway,
up with a
street
name?
name. Anyone give me a street name, please, for the love of God.
Corn
I don't
Line.
think of
What's the
real
name, what's
places.
the name of your
Actual-
dentist?
Park Road.
Park Road, there we go.
Park Road it
Park
is.
Road, the road near the park.
Right.
A solid plan.
Right. On Park Road. It was maybe 2 years ago. All his details will be on the system.
And generally, you have to give like a mailing address or something for a dentist.
Are you suggesting, Mel, that we break into a dentist's office and steal their records?
Good
We don't
plan.
have to
Now let's
steal.
do
We
it.
don't have to steal. We don't have to break in. We don't have to steal. I really prefer that we don't break too many more laws.
Well, we do have the police coming after. It's not like we can go in there and say, "Hi, we're the people who are like accused of murdering this man. We want to find out information about him."
I did used to work there, and if I remember correctly, she was on maternity leave. I think it will be her son's second birthday soon. Yeah, no, because she had the baby, because she brought the baby in to meet everyone one shift. She had the baby. She was still on her maternity leave. He should be turning 2. It was around this time of year. And places like this never change their passwords.
Well then,
Let's
We
go.
don't have to steal. We don't have to
Let's
steal
go.
anything.
I have a plan. We good, shall we? Let's go.
Your car, mine.
I mean, I can. You know,
Technically,
if I can just get the into the computer for 2 minutes.
I think we can arrange that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
On the subject of cars,
And also-
neither of your cars are here.
It's a good point.
You took a taxi here after running for your lives.
We did.
Where is my car then?
Both
Probably
of
an
our
open
cars are-
place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so we can't go get them.
Yep.
Nope.
Your cars are at the
Probably.
crime scene.
Probably been impounded at this point as evidence.
It's good, like
Actually, probably not because they don't have your identities.
exactly.
That's true. They don't know. They don't know it's our cars.
They don't know who the fuck we are. That's the important thing.
Good point. Good point. Okay,
Um,
I guess we're getting the subway. How's
Unless
the
you've
public
got a-
transport in this city?
Pretty
We
good.
get the bus.
Unless, Cal, you have some type of vehicle smuggled away in your pockets.
Is that something I could do?
Morag turns at you with fucking fire in her eyes and is like,
Try.
if you're going to pull a motorbike out of your arse, you're going to do it outside.
Of course. Yeah. How do we get it out the door?
I'm not exactly about to find out. Do it outside.
Thanks for the coffee.
Think you would. I wouldn't be able to get
I
out the
finish
door
it.
if you were no longer alive.
Shall we? I'll try my best. If it doesn't work out, then we're taking the bus.
I'm perfectly happy with the bus.
Big things are harder to do. You know, it doesn't always go right. You've seen it,
Where did they come from?
but it's a good question.
Wait, you mean you don't know?
I think we're having
You
this
don't even know
conversation
what your
as we walk out
powers
the door.
are. Yeah, we're walking out the door. The only thing.
Clark leaves some money on the.
Come
on the
back if
counter. Mark settles the bill with
Come back if you're ever in need.
words.
With
Thank you,
Morag.
Morag.
Morag! Fuck.
You're always welcome.
So we're outside.
Okay, so,
Oh.
Cal,
I'm going to attempt this.
are you going to try and pull a vehicle?
What's a
Don't
small
think that's a
vehicle
good
that'll
idea.
fit three
I don't think
people?
that's a good idea.
I'm really excited to see if this works.
I mean, I have.
A Vespa. We can squeeze 3 people in the Vespa.
We could do our best.
I was
I
thinking
prefer-
like a motorbike with a sidecar,
That would be cute as fuck.
because also
Oh,
that's
adorable.
like kind of goofy.
Aye. So either
the
that or
goofiest
get like
option.
Okay.
a fucking
Mr.
wee Citroen 2CV.
Mr. Health and Safety over here will be in the sidecar with a helmet and goggles.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like my knees fucking up at my chin.
This smacks to me. I cannot believe we're nearly 2 hours into this session, and this is our first change the game move. This is our first move.
Our first roll
We're
of
gonna
This is our
roll
first roll of this
dice
role-playing
this
game.
session.
Well,
really
it's
thought
not
we were
role-playing,
talking.
role-playing game.
Game.
So,
I see.
Thank you. I'm gonna sneeze again.
what? I mean,
No, it didn't happen. I'm sorry.
what tags are you adding to this role, Mr. Hardaway?
Well, bag of tricks for sure.
Of course.
I tried to do sort of like the funny option, so I was to try and get taking a left turn Albuquerque, but that's up
No,
to you.
this is not chaotic enough.
Pulling a car at my ass.
Yeah, catapult would be more chaotic.
That's true, but that would also be fatal.
Funny, but fake.
I have
think
had a great
maybe,
idea
like,
for your powers, but we will talk about later.
Oh dear.
Just for if there's any
Yeah, I
progression,
think
I have a
that's-
great idea.
I could try and argue laziness because having a vehicle makes life easier in general.
Especially if he decides he's not driving.
Like, I will go to great lengths not to do anything, so it's like I'm expending my energy to,
Not use public transport.
you know, not have to use public transport.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
Okay, so that's +2 then.
There's a +2. Roll me a 2d6, boy.
Ooh, a 6 and a 1, so 7 + 2, 9.
It's a 9, so that's a mixed success. I really need to make like a little printout for these moves, to be honest, because there's not one on my DM screen. For some
Oh,
stupid
you'd think
reason.
there would be.
What?
You'd think there would be.
You'd think,
You
but
would
hey,
think
there
there
isn't.
would be.
Bunch of other useful shit.
Yeah, that's good.
On hit, you get juice equal to power. Spend your juice to gain the following effects: 1-to-1. Create a story tag, burn a power tag or a story tag, or give or reduce a status. I think you're trying to create a story tag here of
Yeah.
transported.
Yeah. Transportation.
Yeah. So what you do is you reach into your pocket and you start pulling out and out and out. But the other two very quickly realize it's not a motorcycle with a sidecar.
Oh, no.
Oh god.
What it is a 3-person tandem bicycle. in
You've
bright
got to
red.
be fucking kidding me.
In bright fire engine red with tassels on the handles.
This is the most conspicuous thing. Actually, you know what? I tell you what, we're hiding from the police. Why did we think a motorcycle with a sidecar was a good idea? We're gonna draw so much fucking attention to this thing. Can we please get the bus?
Clark's already there with his bicycle helmet, and his trouser like tucked into his sock.
Yeah.
Like one leg over, being like, I guess if we must.
I was about to get on as well. Oh, okay.
You boys can take the bike if you want.
Well, it's not going to be balanced properly with only 2 passengers. I'm sure Clark won't allow us to do that.
A 3-person tandem bicycle should be ridden by 3 riders.
I hand her one of. I hold out one of the bicycle helmets that came with it. Come on.
It is excellent for your cardiovascular system.
We are going to draw so much attention. And we are trying to hide from the police.
How many blocks?
Who, if I may, all they have to go on is what we look like.
And we weren't wearing bicycle helmets.
Not my point.
I was gonna say, you're right. We should all go and get a haircut before we start.
Oh my god. Or maybe, hear me out. Maybe we'll blend in, no problem, on public transport where there's a lot of people.
Well, what do I do with this?
I put it back where it came from.
You can't put things back.
Make a bike chain and leave it here. I don't care what you do with it, Cal. I'm not getting on the fucking thing. How
To the side of the road.
is this how you usually work? If you don't pull out what you want, you're just like, well, shit. I guess we have to do this now.
I usually have a car that isn't next to a crime scene. Desperate times.
I don't just mean with transport. I mean, if you were looking for I don't know, party popper and pulled out a fucking bomb, would you just be like, oh well, and set it off anyway?
Very different situations. This bike will not murder us.
It's not gonna murder us, but it makes us arrested.
Okay, Clark. It seems like Mal doesn't want to use the bike, so should we just go take the bus?
Please. I feel like I'm going insane for the 3rd time
Clark removes the bicycle helmet
in like
and
20 hours.
removes the bicycle helmet, untucks his trouser leg and goes, very well.
Mal is bent over double, hands on her knees, just breathing.
Now, because I don't have this...
Can we go get on the bus?
I was going to say, this is the... Because I don't have this knowledge in real life, but Clark would absolutely know what the current up-to-date procedures are regarding people having panic attacks in the workplace.
Yeah, here's the big problem with that, Chris. I don't fucking know!
Okay, hang on.
You know what? I'm gonna save you from having to do this. Clark, the second you come anywhere near to touching her, she straightens back up and slaps your hand away. Oh, we are going to the bus stop. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, there's one around the corner. Let's go.
Clark goes.
Yeah, you guys go around the corner to the fucking bus!
I cannot believe you guys wanted to take the fucking bike. 3-person, fire truck, red, tandem bicycle.
With a basket on the front.
Please tell me there's a horn that
Things
goes.
in there.
Yes, there is. There's in fact 2.
We are hiding from the police.
We're not. they don't know who we are. Only like 5 people know what we look like.
Yes,
And they're
but
the people that arrested us. I don't think like
have
it's not
you
that.
ever heard of? I've forgotten the name for them.
I'm just like not listening to her
Wanted
anymore. And
posters?
I'm looking on like
CCTV?
the bus schedules for like the right bus.
Have you never heard of a police sketch artist?
Uh-huh.
My experience is they're not particularly good.
Is there?
I feel like
I assume there's a bus that
now,
goes to
and
Park.
hear me out. Like we're at the bus stop
Well,
now.
where
We're
the
just
fuck
waiting
are
for the
you
bus,
going?
and we're still having this.
We're going to Park.
We're still having this argument. We're going
Street
to Park
or
Road
whatever it was.
Dental.
Right, yeah,
We're Park
you're going
Road
to the
Dental.
place. Yeah, there's a bus that'll get you near there.
Okay.
We're still having this argument though. And like, I really like if somebody was asked, "Hey, have you by any chance seen these 3 people? One of them looks like your garden variety businessman in a grey suit, probably a bit tired, probably got a lot of those. There's a short woman with him, and remind me what Clark looks like. Tall as fuck,
Tall,
6'4".
pristine suit,
Yeah.
6'4", pristine suit."
Yeah.
Speaks with the kind of enunciation that you like only the crispest of fucking accents. I feel like when you put all 3 of those together, and then you see that if you have seen those 3 particular looking people on a bright red tandem bicycle earlier in the day, it's likely to catch your fucking attention. That is going to be highlighted in your mind.
Wow.
That's a good point, actually. Clark is not currently in his business suit.
Clark's not in his suit. No, Clark's
He's
in his
not?
sweats.
Clark is.
Fair enough.
This is
That
good.
that was the outfit that he went to the crime scene in.
Cal's in
Yeah.
his suit.
So yeah, so
Like,
no,
Mal is still in her
Clarkson-
rumpled workwear, but she like opens her bag and pulls a hoodie out and covers her, puts a hoodie on as well, and is like, while we're at it, he should probably be dressed down. Is Cal still wearing a suit?
Yeah. Of course he is. He doesn't have any other clothes.
Well, no, I think Cal was wearing like a fairly generic t-shirt and jeans. 'Cause
I said I came there like straight at. Oh yeah, no, I went home first.
you went
didn't I?
home.
You went home and changed. You went home and changed. Okay, so we all look relatively
I
casual.
forgot. I
and,
forgot I
like,
went
we'll
home
blend in.
first. I thought I dropped Mal off and then went straight there, but no, I didn't.
Now,
Mal got there first.
your height attracts enough attention as it is. We do not need to be adding any bright red
Well-
three-person tandem bicycles to it.
Mal, I get it. It's okay, but like, if you see 3 people on a bright red tandem bicycle, you're not looking at their faces. That's all I'm saying.
He's
I
not
would flag down the
wrong.
bus.
I point at Clark and I go, if you see this tall fucker on a bus, you're gonna be like, wow, I saw a really tall guy today. You're gonna remember what he looks like. Because you're on the bus. There's nothing else to look at.
I'm gonna flag down the bus.
Oh,
The
it's
bus pulls up next to you. We're in commuter time, so it's pretty crowded.
good.
You got
Mal's got a frequent commuter like card that she taps when she gets on.
yeah.
Clark
Y'all-
pays an exact change.
Yep.
Of course she fucking does.
Y'all hustle onto the bustle, and
Yep.
yeah.
Clark is now standing with his head ducked because it doesn't fit.
Clark is standing. Cal is having to stand like a little bit further forward because this thing is jammed. But Mal, you have managed to find yourself a seat a bit further back from the bus, from the others.
A little.
Yes.
I want to like make sure I'm within like I can see the both of them in case anything happens.
Mal's keeping an eye out the window, like counting stops and like keeping an eye on. Like she's got one looking out the window 1 minute, looking out at her phone and with Google Maps open the next. Keeping an eye on how close they're getting.
Okay.
I
And when
really
it gets to
hate
their
Google
spot-
Maps for like public transport. Just by the way, like it's fucking awful. Like Google Maps and buses particularly is just not.
Oh, I
hate
don't put a
buses.
route or anything in. What I do is I look for where I'm going and I identify the bus stop I'm going to get off at. Put a wee pin there and then I just track my own location until I get close enough to it.
That's genius.
Nice.
I don't care what the bus takes to get there. I just need to know when I get there.
That's fair.
So when we get to the stop before, hopefully things have thinned out a little bit, but she like...
We are going to move. Actually, we're not going to finish this bus ride just yet.
Okay.
We're going to go back to Effie. As you are deposited, along with your two plain clothes officers, at the police station. You get out, and in sort of the front office, kind of the front area, Detective Sergeant McLean is waiting for you. He goes, Effie, thanks for coming in.
You asked me to come in. I have came in.
Do you mind stepping this way?
Certainly. Let me just put my heels back on properly.
Aye, sure. Norris, can we get her a coffee or something? Desk sergeant kind of nods and fucking sends somebody off to do that. And yeah, you guys. He does, however, lead you into an interrogation room.
I follow.
He proffers the chair to you and then very conspicuously does not lock the door.
Well, how else am I meant to get my coffee?
Exactly. Right. Now, Effie. A lot of our interactions previously have been off the books, shall we say. But this one's going to have to be officially recorded.
Okay.
So when you understand that, before I hit on this tape recorder.
Now, before you hit on that tape recorder, I believe I'm entitled to a solicitor just in case. Is that correct?
You're not under arrest, so you're not being charged with anything. You're just helping us with our inquiries.
Doesn't answer the question that he's legally required to answer. He's a dodgy boy.
Which means that, technically speaking, no, you're not. You can have one, but you're not entitled to one. Are you planning on bringing a lawyer in here?
Not at the present moment. Let's see how this goes first. Hey, McLean.
Aye. If you excuse me. Click. Detective Sergeant Ian McLean, with our witness, Effie. Does Effie have a last name that she provides?
Nope.
Effie. No surname. At Tuesday, the 24th of March, 8:03 a.m. Now, Effie, did you ever have any contact with a private inquiry agent by the name of Jeremy Mackenzie?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever engage his services in an official capacity?
Define official.
Did you ever ask him or pay him money to investigate somebody?
No.
Did you ever have any social interactions with Mr. Mackenzie?
No.
Were you aware of any of Mr. Mackenzie's cases?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm very sorry to say, but Mr. Mackenzie was found dead this morning.
Okay.
Now, what I'm about to show you are photographs of a graphic nature. So, please be prepared. Pulls out a folder, opens it, and starts pulling out pictures of the office that you were in the night before. Now, it's not exactly a tidy place, and I'm sorry for what you're seeing, but the place was broken into. But from what our forensic boys were able to find out, it seems like the door was kicked in after Mr. Mackenzie was dead. Now, you were spotted at, checks his watch, you were spotted at 8:02 p.m. outside Mr. Mackenzie's office where he was found.
Yes, you dropped me off there.
I did, yes. I was also witness to you interacting with him earlier that evening.
Yes, that is correct.
You met him.
In fact, there's a whole bar of people that recognise.
Exactly. You met him in a bar, and he gave you a folder.
Yes, he did.
What was the contents of that folder?
The contents of that folder was of photos
Photographs of what?
of a case I asked him to look into.
So you have engaged his professional services.
I have not exchanged money for his professional services.
You did engage him on a professional level.
I engaged him on a personal level. The case was for me. About me.
So this was a personal issue pertaining to yourself.
That is correct.
Who else does this case pertain to?
No one else. Just me.
No one else. So there's not any possibility that this case maybe pertains to somebody who, just throwing it out there, might consider this issue severe enough to murder Mr. Mackenzie.
To the best of my knowledge, I couldn't say for sure. I don't know what someone's motives would be.
When you
Yes, I have engaged Jerry's services in the past, but that was to help me find out more about where I came from.
Let's put that to one side. So when you visited his office last night,
Yes,
so you did visit his office last night.
yes.
Were you alone?
Yes.
And did you find Mr. Mackenzie alive?
I didn't find him. I got no answer at the door.
Interesting. So after he had given you these photographs, for what purpose were you calling at his office at such a late hour?
Jerry had originally asked me to visit him at a address, as well you know. One that was connected to an investigation that I do believe that the suspects are now on the large. Would I be correct in saying that?
I cannot discuss any open police investigations,
Hmm.
as you well know.
Well, with that being the case, Jerry had had a connection to that crime scene and had asked for me to meet him at that crime scene after witnessing the dramatic events of the other night. I wished to speak with Jerry. However, I got no answer at the door. Thus, I went to a friendly bar afterwards because I was quite annoyed and wanted a drink. And I have many sources that will put me in that location.
Thank you for your time, Effie. You've been very helpful. He turns off the tape recorder and slams his fist on the table. Fucking Jesus, Effie, you made me drop you off there.
I didn't know there would be a dead body there.
Effie, be straight with me. What the fuck were you doing there?
You know what I was doing there? Jerry tried to get me to go into that murder house that we witnessed.
So what the fuck do you know about that place?
No, I know fuck all. I know fuck all. He was trying to get me into that place, and when I went to Jerry's house, I didn't get an answer because I thought he was passed out from cholesterol.
Right, Effie, you and I both know what you fucking do there. I will bet my fucking badge that there was no personal matter in that folder. What was, and the door flies open. Miss Effie, you do not have to answer any further questions. Detective Sergeant, please stop harassing my client. And McLean, whose finger is about an inch from your nose, just turns and looks and goes white. Your Honor, I'm sorry. I appear to have missed a trick here. I didn't realise that sitting judges could have single clients. Judge Megan Monroe is standing at the door in a full, very crisp suit and a very, very angry expression. Well, that is not against the law. It is rather against practice. However, Miss Effie is a personal friend of mine. So, exceptions can always be made. Now, unless you are going to charge my client with something, I suggest you let her go, or I swear to God I will have the biggest harassment suit you have ever seen in your life landing on your desk in about 10 minutes, Sergeant! Do I make myself clear? Look, she is a person of... Or maybe I should just have a word with your captain.
Effie sits blank face, showing no emotion.
You are free to go, and if you have any other information that you believe would be pertinent to this investigation and this line of inquiry, I would please ask that you bring it forward at your earliest convenience.
Thank you for your time, McLean.
See you later.
So fucking disrespectful.
He just kind of slumps back in his chair as the judge just beckons you out.
Fair.
I think you might have burned a wee bridge there, Effie.
Oh no, I've still got Tinder for that bridge.
Yeah. The judge walks you out and sort of takes you into a little alcove and goes, "So, Effie,
Meg?
you had someone call my office on your behalf."
I did.
So this must be serious. Now, I know we've never actually had any professional dealings before, but I'm aware of you by reputation.
My reputation does tend to precede me. People do hear about me, but I hear about people.
Now, you are going to owe me one in a hell of a way for dragging me out here at 8 in the morning on a Tuesday. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
Fantastic.
But I do have good reason for calling you.
Oh, I would love to hear it.
John Henderson.
What do you know about John Henderson?
Let's just say he's causing me a lot of trouble at the present moment.
I don't think he's causing anybody a lot of trouble. He's dead.
Well, let's get a coffee.
Yes, let's. However, if you're willing to wait, I need to go and have a word with the captain. And as the judge walks away, and you see McLean sort of walking dejectedly to his desk, like shoulders slumped, looking very caned. You notice that the judge just goes straight into the captain's office, and you notice the plaque on the door. Captain Alexandra Monroe.
Oh, fuck, son!
Oh no! I write a note and then slide it to McLean, going, "I will still talk. I do have some information, but I can't give it here."
He reads it, folds it back up, writes a short thing on the outside, slides it back over. It says, "I'm sorry. Had to do this official. Talk
I feel
later.
like something. What was that last part?
Talk later."
Effie knocks his table and then heads back to the alcove where she's waiting for Meg.
Yep. Meg returns. Says, "So, shall we get that coffee then?"
Let's.
And as we blur out from this fascinating interaction, we're going to cut back to the bus. As you reach the stop nearby Park Road.
You're in danger.
There's a strong vibe of that, isn't there?
You're in danger. So Effie, things the wee thing, and she gets up and taps both of you, on the back. And she makes her way up to the front of the bus.
Right, Mal. Right, yeah, okay.
I
You
call myself
follow Mal
Effie.
off the bus.
You did.
Yeah, you called
Yeah.
yourself Effie. Don't worry about it.
Mal.
Don't worry about it. We know who you're talking
Mal,
about.
she's impressionable. She just wants a role model.
We get off the bus.
Fucking hell.
My brain just full of holes.
The
Okay.
Yeah. You get off with a few other people.
Yeah. Perfect. She kind of looks around. She's like, should be this way.
Okay. You all go a walking. And a hand lands on your shoulder. Mal, I'm gonna need you... Yeah, I'm gonna need you to face danger.
She's not good at that.
Dum 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 dum.
Alright, hang on a second.
Roll those dice. Let's see what those clickety clackety say.
Andrew is
Math
taking a
rocks.
minute.
So. Just Foundry's being a bit slow.
Yeah.
So,
God damn it.
this is a very...
Oh wait, I don't have dice on here. I'm just rolling dice, aren't
Yeah,
I?
you're just rolling dice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, what am I rolling? 2d6.
You're rolling 2d6.
Nope.
Do you have any power tiles you think?
That was loud. What was that?
The D&D
I saw
6
that
does
Me
not...
dropping my laptop backwards.
Kelly, the D&D 6 does not stand for Dell.
Alright, so I'm rolling 2d6 and I'm adding any power tags I think are relevant.
Yeah, you got. This is a very snap thing that is happening.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you add. If you can find a power tag, you're gonna get one.
I would like to use the power tag fear.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Yeah. I'd like to use fear. Thank you. I am so scared of dying.
Yep.
And the instant that she recognizes that the hand on her shoulder is like not familiar, the second she feels it, it's the fight or flight.
Yep. We're
It's
having
just
a panic moment.
having a panic moment. So
Roll
I
it.
would like. So what do I do? Add one.
Add one.
Right. I rolled a 4 and a 5. That's a 10.
That's a 10.
So an 11.
No.
No,
That's
a
a 10.
4 and a 5 and 9 plus 1 is 10.
It's okay, Fraser.
I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've got a 10.
Sake, Fraser.
We all know programmers can't count. It's fine.
No.
Is that a partial or a full success?
That's a
10.
full success. You flinch away as a tall figure in a long coat, a very crisp but very low pulled trilby, and a scarf around their face has tried to grab you by the shoulder. Does Mal make a noise? Does she scream?
I would like to scream.
Yeah, so I think that gets both Cal and Clark's attention.
Yeah, we got it. We here. All right. What are we doing?
Cal
Can I also
immediately
kick him
gets
in the
startled.
shin?
Hammer time.
No. No, I will not allow shin kicking for this.
Cal would immediately get in between the two of them.
Aye. I feel like, unlike that. How tall is this guy?
Just a little shorter than you are.
I'm gonna tower.
Okay,
over
then we'll
him.
stop. Wow, it's really tall.
No, Schmidt! No! No,
Nah,
Schmidt.
I'm just gonna.
No.
I'm just gonna. I'm
Mal
gonna
would
step
like
up
to
and
scream.
tower over him.
The figure vanishes.
All right, Jay. Can I? Fuck.
What the fuck?
Anything Can I use any of my understanding of the mist to try and see where the fuck he's gone?
You can use your eyes.
I'm gonna use my eyes, please.
Yeah, you whirl around. He is behind you and once again reaching for Mal.
Okay, can I stop time, please?
Okay, what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is we are gonna go toe to toe.
Fuck yeah.
Cause
Heel toe. Welcome to
Welcome
the
to
Pain
the
Rodeo.
fucking Pain Rodeo.
this has been a very Tom Cardy heavy session.
It's just gonna
Really
be
is,
that
isn't
way,
it?
I'm afraid.
Cause he slaps.
Fuck yeah, he does.
Fucking
And
does.
I'm gonna slap this bitch!
So yeah.
I can't be doing with people who are fucking teleporting.
What we're actually gonna do is as a proper go toe to toe.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a box of doom?
Nope.
Oh, the big dice box.
It's where all my dice are.
Big
Oh
fancy
yeah,
one.
Jonathan got a shiny dice box.
I got my shiny dice box. I showed it off in the first stream. I'm so happy with it.
Excellent.
While you are getting that out, I am gonna run for the quickest bathroom break. I will be like, not even 2 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll as well.
Alright.
Oh my god.
This is just for the sheer hell of it because the MC does not normally roll any dice. So Clark,
No. Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to roll.
Power tags are, of course, time manipulation.
We are on company time now, so this is not overtime.
No, this isn't overtime, so just time manipulation. That's what I'm doing here. I mean, I'm happy to go with belligerence as well, but
I don't think that quite applies here.
no, not quite. Can I say meticulous? Because I think he's a teleporter. I'm gonna freeze time to make sure. Nah, it doesn't matter. No. Yep. Okay. Let's go. Oh fuck! Been rolling so well up till now.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
That is still a partial success.
Okay. What did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Fuck!
That's why I
Yes, you-
rolled, because it's like, we're gonna do a we're kind of like tiebreaker situation here.
Yeah.
Chris, you should have seen me at D&D last night. I think I rolled something like 7 nat 20s.
Yeah, it was insane.
Hot diggity damn.
Like on Foundry, like virtual dice rolls.
Yeah, so
That's-
I figure that Kelly has has had one too many communions at the altar of Dice Christ.
Fair.
Dice gods smile upon me.
Yeah, you are gonna pay for that next session. I'm
I'm gonna pay for that with so many nat ones.
I can feel it.
RNG.
Yeah, I'm scared.
So,
RNGesus will punish.
So, you are freezing time.
Yep. On the dude.
But he is also doing good. So what I am going to say
Mm.
is that he grabs Mal, and you
Right.
freeze time just
Oh.
as they vanish.
No.
So what you see
Mm.
is a blurred version of Mal and this man.
Okay. As in, like, they're half here, half somewhere else?
Yes. And
Can I get a sense of where the somewhere else is?
I will let you know where they're going. Because you can kind of see it in the air around them. A sort of ghostly image there for only the split second that you have frozen. You see a flat that is very nondescript. Looks reasonably well lived in, but there's not a lot. Mal, if you could see this, you would recognize this as your own flat.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I appreciate I only landed a partial success, and so we're in the position we're in. If I were to ask you a question, a wonderful MC of the game, because I've caught them half in this space and half in the other space, can I still cut them?
Excuse me? Excuse me, what?
I'm gonna say yes, but with two conditions.
Okay.
One,
Yep.
this is a messy situation. This isn't gonna be a neat cut.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to be real precise.
That's
Two.
the plan.
Two, you're gonna have to cut them both.
I can't just cut one.
No.
Okay. Now, what if I just wanted to injure the guy?
You can do that.
And if I get sufficient precision, I can injure the guy without injuring Mal?
You can injure him. Not necessarily sure you're going to be able to stop him. So I think what's going to happen is, if you injure him, that will last. Like,
Yeah. That's what I'm aiming for.
Can I ask a question
yes, Cal.
to Chris?
Oh.
Would Clark have was this like a rush thing where, like, is Cal frozen as well, basically, in this situation? That's up to Clark.
The intention was to freeze the dude, So, because ideally he would have, for instance, not frozen Mal so that Mal could move away from the dude. So I'm going to say that Cal would also not have been frozen.
Yeah, because you've just frozen the two of them.
Yeah.
Okay. I have something I want to do, but you can do your thing first.
Well, my plan is that I'm going to... Clark takes out his measuring stick.
Okay.
Clark takes out his ruler. And he snaps it out. And he starts measuring all of the different parameters of how far into this space the bits of the dude are that are in this space. So, for instance, you know, how much of an arm, a leg, etc., how much of torso is in this space, how much is in the other space.
Okay.
Okay. Now, yeah, so I'm like precisely measuring this out. I'm going to put the ruler away, and I'm going to summon my scythe, and
Okay.
I'm going to cut his fucking arm off.
Okay.
Strikes me that Mal should be able to defend herself against a guy with only one arm.
That sounds to me like you are taking a risk.
I do appreciate the help. Also, I need you all to be aware that Theo just rolled a 3.
That's his fucking problem.
Just by knocking the dice.
Theo
off
is
the table.
apparently not successfully catting. Theo has only rolled a 3 at catting.
He just knocked it off the table.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that would be tapping Chrono Sickle. I can cut anything that is affected by time. Which is what I'm doing. That would be Meticulous. That would be Improbably Massive Folding Ruler.
Is that why you got the ruler out, so you could use the power tag?
So that I could get that alongside Meticulous. So I'm doing this like to the very nanometer.
Stacking it.
Yeah,
Nope.
okay, I'll give you the +3.
Thank you very much. I'm big on not cutting anything off of Mal. Alright.
Rolls a 2.
It still happen. It's a 6 and a 5. Beaches +3. Ha ha! That is 14, baby! Hey, Jay. I know this guy was meant to be a threat, but now he's harmless.
On a 10+, you do it. Somehow.
Yeah! Unless there's something you wanted to do, Cal.
Are you starting to regret your choices of players?
No, I'm starting to regret the choices of plays, to be honest.
I mean, we could have made it not Titus Andronicus, but...
So... Clark has just cut this guy's fucking arm off.
Yup!
Fuck yeah.
The sickle is drawn into life and passes straight through the arm without slowing.
Indeed.
Now, are you just
Anything
cutting the arm
Cal
off,
wants-
or are you cutting the arm out?
Cutting the arm off.
Okay.
So the arm is going to fall into the street, you know.
Yeah.
But it'll get left behind.
It's an arm.
Yeah. Anything
not-
Cal wants to do in the meantime?
Yeah, I was gonna see if I can make something go with them.
Don't see why not.
Just
There's
by,
a
like-
big space there where there
There's
used
a big
to be an
space
arm.
there. That's a good point. I wanted to pull out my my smartphone and essentially like put it in like their Mal's pocket or something, so it goes with her.
Yeah, okay, you can just do that.
With my okay, cool.
With location data very much turned
My
on.
location data on. I just wanted to state that
Okay.
right away.
Cool. I'm now going to take Cal and we're going to move far away from the arm that's about to fall into the middle of the street.
Yeah, let's go down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
Time snaps back. And it's all a bit... For Mal, it's all a bit crazy. For a split... Like, she turns see the guy grabs her by the front of her shirt, and then the entire world lurches and there is a spray of blood. You
The carpet.
come crashing down in the living room of your own home as this guy hits the ground screaming. For Clark and Cal, there is a wet thump as an arm severed at the bicep hits the ground.
Some distance away.
Clark, give me your phone.
Clark gives him his phone.
I'll log into my Google account and go and find my phone.
We will move over to Mal's flat. Mal, this guy is screaming, but the sound is very quickly muffled as you pick yourself up. And you realize that there are 2 other people in your flat.
Shit. Mal's, did she hit the ground as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just, slides herself back till her back is, against some piece of furniture or a wall or something, just to shoot something against her back. Does she recognize the 2 people?
Both of them have their faces covered by scarves. Similar to the one that the teleporter is wearing. Do you mind not screaming the entire place down? The larger of the other two people is currently holding one of your throw pillows over the guy's face.
I like that pillow.
Like, as he is bleeding profusely from a stump. Seems like he didn't exactly come back unscathed. Well, we'll deal with that in a moment.
You're currently dealing with it by asphyxiating the boy while he bleeds out all over the floor.
No, the pillow's pressed against the wound, isn't it?
No,
Or is it on his face?
Over his
God.
face. So he's absolutely going to die of blood loss and asphyxiation.
Do you mind dealing with that? Oh, of course. The big guy who's holding the pillow down, his hand closes. It just closes, and you hear the scream is abruptly cut off with a wet crunch. Now that
Mal, stops breathing.
Now that that's dealt with, the smaller one wanders over, bows low to you before squatting down in front and goes, "Hi, Mal. How you doing?"
I've been better.
Yeah. This is what happens when you get amateurs to do a professional's job, you know? It's lazy. Did you know that you're special?
Is he dead?
Dead? Yeah. Probably. If he isn't, then he will be soon. Don't worry, we'll clean everything up.
Are you gonna do that to me?
Not that, no. Now tell me, Mal. Did you know that you were special?
You mean the powers and stuff?
Yeah, but more than that, you know? You're really special. And more than that, you're really important. You might be the most important person on the planet. The only problem is...
Okay.
The only problem is... This is going to sound little crazy. The only problem is, you're not important yet.
What does that mean?
Think of yourself like a loaf of bread. You're not the bread yet, you know? You're still all doughy and squishy. You need kneaded, worked, and to let you rise. And, you know, when you get to be, you know, all that toasty bready goodness, you're going to be really, really important. The only problem is that, you know, you've got to go through a lot, and you've got to have that kneading done to you. So, I guess the point is, he reaches into his jacket, pulls out a silenced handgun. I guess the point is, I'm sorry? And he shoots you in the head.
Cool.
And that's where we'll end our session, everybody.
Fuck's sake!
I went for a piss for 2 minutes.
Well, ain't that a shot in the head?
What the fuck did you guys do?
I got kidnapped and shot!
I cut someone's arm off.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight, although it seemed there were very few of us. You can always subscribe to us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/TheBrothersHoney. You can find this video on YouTube at youtube.com/TheBrothersHoney. And you can subscribe to us there, where you can see all of this and our previous episodes. Also, you will be able to see the next segment on my Patreon, Jonathan David Honey at Patreon, where you'll be able to watch us geek out over the credits, and I am probably going to suffer for what I just did.
I hope so.
Judging by
Give
the
him money so you can watch us all yell at him for that.
Judging by the
It'll be
expressions
worth
I've
it.
been given, yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at JonathanHoney4. You can follow my games company at All Alliance Games at @Ald_Games. You can follow Chris on Instagram at ChrisHoneyActor. He will be, if you're in the Scotland area, he will be performing. Well, he is currently directing a production of The Addams Family with the Monklands Light Opera Company in Airdrie. I highly recommend you go and see it. Yeah, we will be back. We will not be back next week. Next week we're going to be taking some time off, so I'm sorry for the cliffhanger, but it had to happen.
Motherless fuck.
So we will not be around next week, since I am not available. And
You're a dick. You're a dick.
I can't believe you make a cliffhanger like that, and then I have to do a solo stream next week. Fuck you.
not gonna lie, had only just put those two pieces of information together. I'm sorry. And only for that.
Everyone in the comments is just gonna be like, so what happened? So what happened? So what happened? Ah,
Blame
fucking
Simon. He said you could think better with a hole in your head. Blame.
Put your Hoosier song references away. We're a Tom Cardy stream today.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I am gonna suffer. Yeah, come over to Patreon to join us for geeking out over the credits. And
I will see you
I am
next time.
gonna get the
apparently.
shit ripped out of me for this one. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.